Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel where I talk about trading and analyzing Bitcoin, altcoins and cryptocurrencies. If you're new here, I'm Sia, a professional trader, and today I'm going to give you guys an update on my Bitcoin analysis so you can understand where I think price is headed in the coming days. I'm going to show you how to trade it, and if you want to learn more, please keep watching my videos. And before you get into it, make sure to hit that subscribe button below and also that notification bell so you're notified each time I post a video. So getting straight to it, here again we have a macro analysis of Bitcoin on the monthly chart. Here I have the yearly pivot, and you can see that Bitcoin after each impulse loves interacting with the yearly pivot on the way up and on the way down, and we see it in every market cycle. You can see it in 2012, 2016, on the way down, and the big crash of 2017. And you can see after the first impulse here, we have already taken support on the yearly pivot. I had posted a few days ago saying that there is a good probability of us testing the yearly pivot, but we see that we've already done this. Another thing I wanted you to take note is, as I've mentioned before, that we are, after the first impulse, we are in a sideways monthly consolidation. This has happened before, and it is most likely happening again. We have a very small sample size for this, so we cannot always say, for Bitcoin, it's hardly a 10-year-old chart, and basically you can see that we only have two previous market cycles to really look at. But it is what it is. It is what it is, and this is what we have. So here, what I want to show you is how long this monthly consolidation may take place. So I'm going to switch charts here. This is the grand fib analysis I've done. You can see that the first impulse of every market cycle has brought about a very specific target. This is Fibonacci numbers. Apart from a regular fib retracement that we talk about, this is just an extension of the first impulse with Fibonacci numbers. So you can see we went to the 610 Fibonacci number retracement on the first market cycle. In the second market cycle, we went to 233. The third market cycle, we went to 144. So I have a projection here for the fourth market cycle, and I think we could see 100k BTC if we hit the 89. Along with the price projection, we also have a time projection. What I've used here are GAN fans. If you're not familiar with GAN fans, you can have a look at them here. In the pitchfork section, we have GAN fans. It's a very, very useful tool when we talk about time projections. And what I've basically done is I've projected the GAN fan with the one edge of the line onto the possibly close to the inception of Bitcoin, close to its chart. So we only have till July 2010, but I've tried to go to as close to 2009 as possible. And what you can see is, so we have the 1/4 projection, which is basically midway of the cycle. Then we have the 1/3 projection, which is giving a very, very nice reaction to the top over here. This is the first cycle top. Then the half projection is midway of the second cycle, and the center of this projection is the Mt. Gox top 2014. And now we have the double projection, which is again close to midway of this previous cycle that we've had. And just like the 1/3 projection, we have the 3 times projection, where we got the previous top, the December 2017 top. So the 1/8 and the 8 times projection is where I'm looking at the final top for BTC. This is somewhere close to 2022, and this is somewhere close to 100,000 for one Bitcoin. It is again a projection uh, based on science, based on nature. The nature of reality according to Fibonacci. It is all fractals, and it is all repetitive, and it is all replicable. So these are the concepts that I'm using to make this projection. It is a very bold projection, but considering the asset that Bitcoin is, it is viable. And what else I want to show you is a third chart that shows us something that we really need to keep in mind. That is the Bitcoin halving date, the all important halving date. Everybody talks about it, but what we want to see is if we have any repetitive patterns. And guess what? We do. So we have a bull market, we have a bear market, and then we have a pre-halving pump or consolidation, whatever you want to call it. And we have the post-halving pump to a new bull market. So as you can see that every halving we've had new all-time highs only and only after the halving. So November 2012 we had new highs only after the halving. Same thing 2016 we had the correction of the market cycle from 2013, and then we had a long consolidation, and after that is when we had the post halving pump to all-time highs. So you can see that we have already hit 14,000 on Bitcoin, which is not too far from all-time highs. It's almost 35 to 40% from previous all-time highs. This first impulse that we had, this was very strong compared to the previous market cycles. Here we had impulse and a consolidation and an impulse. Here we had a slow grind upwards, and this time we've just had a 5-month upgrade for Bitcoin's network and for Bitcoin's price, because you know that along with the price, hash rate has really been striving for new highs. So what we have now is quite a long period of time, and if we do have to repeat what we have in previous cycles, then we have till May 2020 before Bitcoin can enter this phase of its cycle and break new highs. So if this is so, I think we could be in for a very boring period in cryptocurrencies. I think everybody who joined post 2016 has not really seen such periods of low volatility. So what I would recommend to everybody is to be patient, to not overtrade, don't over leverage. Trading ranges is never too easy. It's going to be choppy, it might be slow, but just be patient. I think this sideways consolidation can last really long. We do have some fundamental events coming up. October we have possible ETF approval. So if we do get something in October, I still think 16 to 17,000 is where we would find resistance, but it is still a range, and it is a long and boring range. If you do want to play it on leverage, I suggest to draw out the range and try to long the bottoms and try to close as close to the tops as possible. I did recommend in our previous videos to take profit at these monthly highs, and you can see that it really worked well, because every month is giving more substance to this prerogative of having a sideways monthly consolidation. So think about this, guys. And if you enjoy these videos, do like and subscribe. And I'll be back for more macro analysis and more technical analysis for Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. Cheers. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and go ahead and share it with someone else. And if you have any questions about what we covered today, please leave them in the comments and I will be sure to get back to you or answer them in my next video. For more trading content and education, go ahead and click on the video on your right. Thanks for watching, guys, and cheers!